So while the 2026 FIFA World Cup is in New Jersey, there is no disputing the role New York City plays in helping host the world's biggest sports tournament, right? From hosting a massive influx of visitors, hosting parties, entertainment, so on and so forth, helping move everybody around. Mayor Zohran Mamdani has his hands full. And it isn't just with trying to keep up with me on the pitch. I met with the mayor to discuss how he's getting ready for the World Cup and what it means for New York City. Here we go. World Cup, New York, New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Now,
I appreciate the New York coming first.
Well, let me ask you about that, okay? Because I spoke to the governor, and I'm going to kind of start here. And she said, now just picture the sign, right? It's right here between us.
Yeah.
It says New York, New Jersey. She wants to flip it to say New Jersey, New York. She said that to me just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You think that could fly? How do you feel about it?
I'm very happy with the signage the way it is.
The stadium itself, I just learned today, is actually losing MetLife Stadium the title, and it's going to say New York, New Jersey Stadium. But it's in New Jersey.
It is, but spiritually we too are there.
Are you spiritually New Jersey?
Yeah.
Let's talk about overall just you kind of being the mayor in this moment. You're a big soccer fan yourself.
Yes.
And just the idea of the World Cup coming to this area and what it means for the area.
I mean, I'm so excited because you already see New York transformed when the World Cup is hundreds of miles elsewhere. And so to think about the World Cup 8 games being here in New York, New Jersey is something that I think will have memories that'll last a lifetime. Not just for the people who are coming to visit, but frankly for New Yorkers ourselves. I mean, I think about every World Cup, how it would show me a different part of our city. And that's a big part of what we want to do. We want to really ensure that it's not just the game that you're thinking about, but where you're going to watch it in the city.
For you, economically speaking, what is it going to do for the city? You're in a budget crisis right now. Is it going to help?
We see this as having multi-billion-dollar economic potential. And one of the things that we want to do is to ensure that that's a potential that reaches across the beauty and the breadth of the 5 boroughs. Because it's very easy to just come in through and hit your typical tourist hotspots and then go in and see the game. We want this to be a chance for people to see the full breadth of New York City.
Yep.
And so that's every single one of our 5 boroughs, and that's thinking about how we as the city, as City Hall, can transform the city to be ready for that.
But the ticket prices, you're all about affordability. You look at these ticket prices, people paid thousands of dollars before they even knew where they were sitting.
Yeah.
And now people are saying, well, this is in New York, New Jersey, New York, whatever you want to say, and I can't go because I can't afford a ticket. So what do you think about the ticket prices? You've had conversations, you've met with the head of FIFA.
I think the same thing about them as I did many, many months ago. These are far too high. These are pricing out a lot of people. And I know that for many New Yorkers, it's a point of concern about whether or not they're going to be able to be a part of the game at the stadium. Now, our job is how to make sure that this World Cup is felt beyond the stadium, so that no matter if you can afford a ticket or not, you can actually still feel the spirit of the cup.
Because the reason I ask is because there seems to be this whole idea Penn Station's going to close down, and New Jersey transit riders are only going to be able to go to New Jersey if they have a ticket to the World Cup, but that means that you'd expect New Yorkers to be able to afford the ticket to go. What do you make of the commute overall and just kind of the influx of people, and will you be able to handle it?
We will be able to handle as many visitors as come to New York City, and we know that during that time, New Yorkers will still be going to work, they'll still be going about their lives. The subways are going to function as they would. And we know that there are a lot of stakeholders that come when it comes to New Jersey Transit, specifically New Jersey Transit, but also in terms of Amtrak and others. And we're hopeful of them continuing to have those conversations. But when it comes to what's within our control in New York City, we're going to make sure that it's running smoothly.
What are you doing in New York to celebrate and kind of bring some ideas and energy to local businesses who are hoping to make a dollar off this?
So one of it is our hope to bring this cup to every single part of the 5 boroughs. So we're encouraging every single part of our city to apply for the permits that we're putting forward. And we are going to look through all of these permits, and we're talking about larger scale events. The city is also going to be putting on watch parties. It's going to be finding a way to really bring people out into the public square of our city to enjoy this cup.
City run watch parties?
there will be private watch parties, there'll be public watch parties, there will be every kind of watch party. No monopoly on watch parties.
Okay.
And I think the beauty of the World Cup is, last time around in 2022, I was representing Astoria in Long Island City in the Assembly. When Morocco made it to the semifinals, there were flares going off on Steinway, right? You can feel the excitement and the energy. That's going to happen regardless. We want to be a city that is actually ready and prepared and excited to welcome that kind of energy.
Yeah, and so are you going to maybe close city offices on the day of the final or urge people to work remotely for those days to kind of get out and celebrate because they're kind of in the middle of the day?
They are in the middle of the day. These are interesting ideas. I'm going to take them back to the team.
But you're not providing that. Okay.
I didn't come here prepared for.
Yes. Are you going to the game?
I don't have tickets right now.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
So let me talk a little bit about you and your passion, kind of your love for soccer,
Please.
and when you began playing and kind of how far you played, how far did you get, and why'd you stop?
Well, like so many aspiring soccer players, I started as a forward, and then I lost my pace over time. And I eventually now have landed at left back, which is where I tend to play. It was one of my first loves. You know, I used to play soccer in Morningside Heights, where I grew up. I would play in AYSO, the youth soccer league. I think I realized around that time when we would have quarter breaks and I would be eating powdered donuts that maybe I wasn't going pro. But one of my greatest accomplishments is that I am an alumni of the Bronx Science soccer team. Those are many great memories. And then I played a little bit in college at a club level.
Who are you cheering for in this World Cup?
Cheering for the U.S. men's national team. Very hopeful. You know, being the host nation, there is always an incredible pep in your step in terms of how that cup goes for you. Just thinking about South Korea and Japan, for example, as one of the great stories of an underdog. And then also, as someone who was born in Uganda and East Africa, I do cheer for every African nation as well. Uganda's never qualified, so I'm always going in for the 5. But now, this year, it's the first time where we've seen the World Cup expand to, I think it's 48 teams.
Yes.
And so that means that the African continent, for example, is going to have many more teams, many of them playing for the first time. And I know that for a lot of New Yorkers here of African descent, whether it's the Morocco-Brazil game, whether it's the Senegal-France game, Senegal-Norway game, there are a lot of games that people really see their heritage in.
The idea of world kind of coming to New York and New Jersey, it's not unusual for people to come visit New York City from around the world. But for soccer fans who are coming here, what is one thing you would urge them to do and one food you would urge them to try?
Okay. I'm not going to pick favorites, so I'm going to give you one place to eat in every borough.
Oh boy, okay.
All right. Manhattan, fresh curry, not too far from City Hall. Brooklyn, Chez Matan, great place for pancakes.
Okay.
Staten Island, Shawnee's House, incredible soul food.
I gotta go there.
Queens, Kebab King.
Yeah, of course.
Bronx, La Morada, great Oaxacan tacos.
Okay, and New Jersey?
Remember New York.
Okay, so is there beef with New Jersey at all?
No.
Okay.
This is like a sibling relationship.
Yeah, it's like a rivalry.
But at the end of the day, we're family.
Okay, now Mikey Sherrill, the governor of New Jersey, she told me that she is fairly confident that she could score a goal on you.
Probably.
What do you think you'd be able to score a goal on her?
I feel confident. I think we should just settle it.
And try it out?
We should just try it out.
Bring you two to the field?
Yeah.
I want to see what you got first, so why don't we do that first?
Let's head out.
All right, good.
God. Not even a foul could help me.
That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Mayor. I mean, we both seem to miss the goal. It was wide open. Big